Yes. Oh, oh. Sorry. Yes, a rainbow. Yes, let's get you wet. We did it, people. We did it. This is my first time going to the driftless area, okay? And I am fishing for rainbow trout, and I caught one. Well, actually, rainbows are brookies. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. Oh, oh. Look at that guy. Look at that. That's so awesome. Look at him. He's so pretty. Amazing. Holy cow. It's so cool. You're so pretty. Look at you. Are you ready? Yeah. Let's go. Dude, that's awesome. That had to be my 4th or 5th bite. And look, right there is where I gotta stop going. I know I can walk through on the river, that's legal, but I just, I was gonna stop there. This is what I'm using right now. It's a little jig, pink jig head fly. That's what caught it. I was using spinner and I got my first bite on that, but then I switched to this after he got off on the first bite. Let's go! Welcome to Fishing with Grandpa. This is a voiceover of some of the fishing I did recently where I was trying to catch trout. Now, why was I trying to catch trout and saying I'm fishing with Grandpa? Well, my grandpa recently passed away. He lived in Marcellus, New York for most of his life, and a stream ran through it called 9 Mile Creek. Now, I was supposed to go to my grandpa's funeral. He was 98 when he passed, but things went wrong with my flight. I was not able to get out there. I still feel guilty about everything because technically when I found out about my flight problems, I had about 3 hours to try and reschedule, but they couldn't get me on a flight in time to the funeral. However, when I looked at Google Maps, I could have rented a car and drove from Milwaukee all the way to Marcellus, New York through the night and got there at 7 a.m. for the funeral that was supposed to be at 10 a.m. And I didn't do it. I don't want to say I chickened out. It was probably a smart decision, but yeah, I still feel guilty about not going. So I decided to do what I had originally planned, which was fish for trout. I was going to do that when I was in Marcellus. I had Wednesday and Thursday off, and Wednesday was the funeral, and Thursday I had my flight in the afternoon, so I thought I'll try and catch trout in 9 Mile Creek to honor Grandpa. So that's what I'm doing in this video, trying to catch trout, but I'm in the driftless region of Wisconsin. Wish me luck. Hopefully Grandpa's with me on this trip. Yes. 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 No! No! No, 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 no. Yeah. 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 Yeah, let's go. All right, let me get my hand wet. Another one. All right. Look at that rainbow. Let's go. Look at you. There you go. This is the ticket, you guys. This is it. The old jig. Spinner was failing me today. This is it. This was the ticket. Let's go. River runs right by some cows. What's up, dudes? Hope you're having a good time, cows. Oh, are you pretty ever? Holy. So pretty. On the little jig again. Yeah, let's go. That's awesome. All right, here you go. Yeah! Yes! Woo! Yeah, buddy! Okay. Yes, look at that rainbow. Nice. All right, let's go. Yes, I gotta get right on the edge of the water. Let's get it. Wow, how pretty are you? All right, you ready? Let's go. Yes, that was awesome. Oh no, you got away. Darn it. Darn. Yeah. Let's go. Yep. There we go. Yeah, let's go. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully Grandpa was able to watch it. Hopefully he was able to say you done good. If you'll humor me now, those watching, I'm going to read the eulogy that my sister wrote for the funeral. It's amazing. It describes my grandpa incredibly well, and I'll share it with you right now. In memory of a true patriarch, Donald Pelchey was many things to many people. To me, he was a warm and loving grandfather. He was a perfect fishing buddy. He was the quiet, relaxed companion from whom I learned that silence could be comfortable. My grandfather was one of the last of his kind in more than one way. He served in World War II on a destroyer, the USS Livermore. Of the 16 million veterans who made it out, he was one of less than 100,000 at the start of this year. He was the eldest child and endured having lost his brother Jimmy 10 years ago, and then his sister Adeline died just 2 days before him. He said goodbye to his sister-in-law Marguerite, to friends, to so many, and finally to his favorite girl Anne, my grandmother, a year and a half ago. He was one of the last of the greatest generation. Don was known for many things. He was hardworking and loyal, kind and patient, honest and laid back. He was jovial, he was selfless, he was a good man. He loved his wife and his girls more than anything. He loved his dogs and all animals, except perhaps the rooster Julie bought at an auction for $0.25. He enjoyed smoking a pipe, but gave it up once the grandkids started playing with it. That rich smell stayed in the house and on him for years. The smell of pipe tobacco is enough to bring us back to the old porch and smile at the memory of him. A man like my grandpa had a wisdom and gravitas on his side. I never heard him yell, not at the baseball games he loved, not at my aunt's dog suddenly opening the screen porch door, not at any one of us. He was someone you respected and just behaved yourself near. He was so patient with his kids and grandkids. He could be stern if you messed up, but he'd also give you a fair warning with a wry comment. My mother and aunts would test him by moving so slowly on Sunday mornings as to try to be late for Mass. They managed to get in a fender bender as teenagers, get a tow and pay for the help themselves, swearing, obviously, to never tell my grandpa. They didn't count on the tow truck driver knowing Don Pelchey. Who didn't know Don? The driver called and said, "Just pulled your girls out of a ditch. They're fine and on their way home." Grandpa just walked out of the house whistling when the girls showed up. He knew how to let you be ashamed of yourself. My grandpa Don was a strong man. He was a tough kid. I've seen the black and white photos of him in front of the mill in overalls, the ones of him in his baseball uniform, and then his Navy uniform. I wish I had one of him driving the car for my grandma in their high school homecoming parade. I wonder if he knew then that something wonderful was beginning. He would soon enlist and spend almost 4 years serving his country. He came back home on January 6, 1946, to a waiting and welcoming Anne, to spend the next 73 years together, a lifetime, filled one by one with 3 daughters, with 8 grandchildren, and then 21 great-grandchildren. We are here because of him, and we're better people because of him. We are patient. We are better listeners and hard workers. We are caregivers. We look at the ones who depend on us and try to extend to them the unconditional support he gave to us. Today, and for many days to come, I am sure we miss him. We wish for one last bear hug, one more chance to hear him whistle, one more story from his time in the Navy. He left us with a lot of guideposts to keep us going in his absence. When we bait a hook or add a new notch to a belt, we'll remember who taught us how to be handy. We'll remember him when we enjoy a baseball game, play golf, or do the crossword. Whenever we hear a slightly too high-pitched giggle, we'll smile and think of him asking, "That so?" We'll remember that the lake probably has enough rocks in it, and only toss in 1 or 2. We will try our best and hear him saying, "You done good," when we succeed. Rest in peace, Grandpa. May Grandma greet you and scold you for being late, then hand you a Manhattan and welcome you home.